The time is now for Alberta to make a decision. Conservatives or NDP? Well, it's no surprise that the Conservatives have a whopping lead over the NDP, but just for pure entertainment purposes, let's just take a gander at what's happening, the recent updates, and how desperate the NDP are by sending out massive amounts of spam mail to try and farm more votes. Welcome back to another video, everybody. This is going to be a great one. You're going to want to sit back, relax, and subscribe, hit the like button, turn the post notifications on if you haven't already, as well as there is still time. The moment the elections are done, this collection is leaving. So there's still time right now, limited amount of time left to check out the Alberta Elections collection. Keep Alberta free and Alberta strong. Hats, shirts, men and women, and everything in between. You got pins, you got stickers, everything you possibly want to support and show your solidarity for Alberta. The link for that is in the description below, as well as the pinned comment. Without further ado, let's take a look at Pierre Poilievre endorsing Danielle Smith. Obviously, who saw that coming? Here you go, right on Danielle Smith's Twitter. Thank you, Pierre Poilievre. This election is a choice between United Conservatives that will move Alberta and Canada forward and the NDP who will take us backwards. Conservatives will stand together against the carbon tax and to fight the Notley Singh Trudeau anti-energy coalition. Here is the video.
Let's cut through the noise on the choice between the NDP's Rachel Notley and Conservative Danielle Smith. Notley will work for Trudeau and Singh, the NDP Liberal coalition bosses in Ottawa. She'll support higher carbon taxes on your gas, heat, and groceries. She'll help Trudeau attack the energy sector, putting you out of a job. And speaking of jobs, she'll raise taxes on job creators, pushing you onto the unemployment lines. That'll mean a weaker economy with less money for schools and hospitals. On the other hand, Conservatives will fight the carbon tax, stand up for Alberta and its energy sector, and unleash the full potential of our Alberta economy in order to grow and prosper in the future. That means more money for schools and hospital. In other words, vote for Alberta, vote Conservative, vote early, vote now.
Speaking of taxes in Alberta, Danielle Smith recently announced on her Twitter, which is awesome that the politicians actually just like post right to Twitter and you get your news right from there. If you're not already on Twitter, I'd highly recommend following me there. It's Mr. Sunshine Baby. There's a link in the description. Danielle Smith announced this a couple days ago. We announced our Bill 1, the Taxpayers Protection Amendment, an act to enshrine taxpayer protection to ensure no government can increase taxes on families or job creators without the approval of Albertans. This is awesome. I even said, holy crap. People said I need to move to Alberta. How do I convince me wife? I'm in kind of a similar situation. Alberta seems absolutely awesome. I'm in a BC town that is pretty much like a copy paste of what an Alberta town would be. We're very patriotic here. It's a very conservative town, very pro freedom. Fortunately, we fall under, I'm in BC, we fall under BC territory, BC laws, and they're kind of whack. British Columbia is just gone off the spectrum, right? Alberta seems to be like the place that everyone wants to be. Lower taxes, better jobs, lower cost of living. The Conservative government in Alberta is doing a fantastic job of doing literally everything they can to protect the Albertans, right? That's what we love about not just Conservatives, but about Alberta is it really, really ties together with like Florida or Texas, but in our own Canadian way. It's fantastic. That's why they're going to win by a landslide. And just to show you the absolute desperation of what the NDP Rachel Notley is doing, check this out. This is on Twitter. I am on an NDP email list. They are absolutely bombing the list. 5 emails in one day yesterday. This is a sign of a desperate losing campaign. As you can see, all of these emails here are from NDP Rachel Notley's team to try and get more votes. They are losing. This is absolutely excellent for the conservative elections. And just look at the turnouts when Danielle Smith does a rally or does any sort of talking, public speaking. Look at the turnout right here. I'm keeping it muted because there is copyrighted music and there's no point in doing that. But look how many people there are. Danielle Smith isn't even up yet, and it's just absolutely filled. They actually had to move. They had to move from where their rally was to fit more people, right? Danielle Smith is hosting a rally right now that is so large it's congesting an entire corner of the city. And here is another angle.
Live and work and raise our families, and we are going to fight to keep it that way, always. But let's go out and win this election, and we will see you at the victory party on Monday.
Monday's going to be a very pivotal day in Canadian history, but more specifically Alberta's history, which is why I'd like to make the announcement, the tentative announcement. I have every intention of live streaming the elections as they are happening IRL in real, or I guess IRL in real life, IRT in real time. So make sure to come back to this channel for the election so you can tune in and see what is happening. And even the mainstream media, or even the media, I guess, is saying Danielle Smith is going to win. Better buckle up for a Danielle Smith victory. Smith might be a weather vane on many things, but standing up for Alberta in the face of central Canadian pressure is the political hill she would die upon rather than retreat a single inch. And that's why a lot of Albertans, the majority of Albertans, will vote her back in. Just as in her successful run for the UCP leader, Danielle Smith has sucked all available oxygen from this provincial election campaign. She couldn't have done otherwise, even if she'd wanted to. And which politician ever regrets being the center of attention in the run-up to any election? It's absolutely right. She has been the center of attention for this election. There is no like hardcore Notley or NDP fans or supporters. It's just not there. There are people who vote NDP and wear NDP free merchandise, but they're not buying their merchandise with their own money. They're not showing their support in that way. It's just crazy. There's just such lack of NDP support, and they try to frame themselves as this like strong force in Canadian politics, and it's just not true. Less and less people are jumping on the NDP train, which is great to see, especially with the elections in Alberta. The opposition did its bits to making her the focus of their campaign, which is why we're treated to the drip by drip release of this past strange shades of Smith as if it were NDP policy itself. In many ways, it was the NDP's overarching strategy involved focusing on the Premier's previous talk show and column writing commentary, which by its very nature was dependent upon controversy to survive and thrive. I mean, we've seen an attack by NDP supporters with the, alleged forest fires that were caused by human fault, or actually human intention. This is not a conspiracy. We've already covered this on a video that got thousands, if not hundreds of thousands collectively, all the videos I put together on how the forest fires in Alberta, a lot of them were from radical climate extremists. So you're seeing a lot of like NDP people just go do crazy things, and then you got the NDP supporters that were up in the balcony that heckled during question period in Ottawa, and you have NDP members of parliament that are trying to weaponize, wrongfully so, federal platforms such as question period in Ottawa to push their narrative for this provincial election. They're losing. Point in case, they're losing. If you fast forwarded through this entire video just to get to the end, or if you need one takeaway from this, NDP are losing federally and provincially. And that's where we're going to end the video. I'd love to know what you guys think down in the comments below, as well as just a reminder, a gentle reminder that you still have time to go and purchase the Alberta Save Alberta collection. Link is in the description below, as well as the pinned comment. Show your solidarity for Alberta, support the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now. Thanks so much for making it to the end of the video. If you want to support the channel financially, you can do so by checking out the merch shop linked right up there. Or if you want to do something for free, which is also absolutely acceptable and highly encouraged, you can subscribe right there. If you want to continue watching videos like this, you can do so by clicking or tapping right there to watch the next upcoming video. And if you want to watch a little bit of different content, but also Canadian stuff, you can do so by clicking right up there. That's my second channel, House of Canada, also known as the House of Commons Highlights. Thanks so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.